After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 574. Today is Tuesday, October 10th, 2023, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. Ooh.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Foon in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something you enjoy and that you will stay with us. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. If you are new or in the shadows, but not official yet, please think about pressing the little subscribe button on your right. It's a little red button, and tapping the little bell that will allow you to tell you to request what kind of notifications you get. Either all of them or some of them or none of them. Okay? And, yeah.
Oh, let me put my shows, but I know I have only 3, though.
Yeah, 3 products. I have, it says I have 5. I thought I had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess I do have 5.
So that gives me a chance to, well, you show your tea first.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so my tea, my tea is over there. I think it's called Cocoa Mint something or other.
Yeah, it was something Cocoa Mint.
Something Cocoa Mint. It's a fandom blend from Adagio, and it's in my Adagio mug, and I hope it has caffeine in it because I really need it today. I'm a little tired.
Watch, it'll be one of those decaf ones you picked up because of your jaw.
Oh, no. This one I've had for ages, even before that happened. So this one, it's a really good tea. I think I put a little too much tea in the water this time, so it's a little bit on the bitter side.
Well,
but
maybe it'll ease up as it cools, because I find that happens a lot of times.
I almost thought about putting some vanilla almond milk in it.
That might have been nice.
But it'll do right now. It's fine. So it's in my Adagio Fall Leaves mug. I'm trying to put myself on a bit of a moratorium that I don't just buy things that I like on the computer for the next, well, once we hit Advent, unless it's gifts or it's replacement, like replacement tea or replacement for sugar or things like that, or it's something that I need for the shop, or it's something that if I don't get it, it'll go away completely.
Right.
But if it's something that just comes up like, oh, I'd like to, like I saw something come up from Expression Fiber Arts. Absolutely gorgeous yarn. In the base I like. I don't need it. No, can't have it. Goodbye, Expression Fiber Arts. I love her. She's bad. Very bad. Her seals are amazing, and so I get in trouble.
But it's a sale.
It's not a sale if I don't need it. So.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to talk to you about maybe purchasing, obviously, some fingering weight white yarn from you. Mm-hmm. There's, in one of the knit books I'm reading, the pattern that she's knitting throughout her journey is this certain old-fashioned colorwork mitt, and I want to kind of knit it along with her.
Oh, okay.
I already had the black. I just have no white, and I want to do the traditional colors, which are black and white,
so
because that's what she's doing.
You want my bare necessities?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I'm sure I can find it.
I kind of think it would be kind of fun, because there are these historical, traditional colorwork mitts, and I'm like, oh, she's knitting them. I'll just do it along with her. I won't finish them by the time I finish the book.
Now, so a bit of shameless self-promotion. Etsy is doing, I think they're still doing it, a $10 off your order if it's over a certain amount. So if you're looking at any shop, mine included, any shop, and you make an order, I think it's over $30 or $40, and you put in the code, they take $10 off.
This is not applicable for my shop, simply because if you're spending over $30, $40 worth of patterns, you've probably bought my whole pattern supply. So I don't think you're going to hit that amount.
But my point is that, this, if you were looking at my shop or somebody else's shop, this might be the time to take a look and say, oh, I think it's still going on.
I know you were mentioning it over the weekend.
As I was taught, as I saw somebody say it's going on for a little longer. I don't know if it'll still be going on by the time this is posted.
Right.
So it might be something you want to check.
Yeah, because it can take me up to a day or two to get these up, depending on how I'm feeling.
I bought some more journaling stuff. I wasn't going to buy more journaling stuff, but they had $5 off of everything altogether, and then the $10 was $15 off. I never would have spent the amount before the
sale.
on that kind of stuff. Afterward, it was doable. So, and my husband said I could do it. So, you know.
Let's see. So then for me, first my tea, and then there was something else I wanted to mention. I'm trying to remember. Ribblr. Before I go on to my tea.
Oh yeah, for Christina.
You were asking Christina about Ribblr, and I'm going to pull it up so people can see. Ribblr is an app. You can also go Ribblr.com. It's RIBBLR. .com, and I'm going to bring up the app now.
It's a really nice place. I just have a hard time working off the computer.
So the way Ribblr works is you have your patterns there, but they input it into like sections on the claim coupon. Yes, I'll claim coupon. Okay, anyway.
Ribblr?
Yes. Apparently started to sell yarn.
They are?
Here's some Joann's yarn.
Oh, but they're not selling I wonder if they'll sell
But they weren't selling yarn before.
No.
So apparently they're starting to sell other things. So yeah, keep an eye on Mom. So what am I? Because Ribblr powered by Joann's right now. Okay, so
they probably won't accept handmade.
Yeah, materials is a brand new thing. Anyway, back to my patterns. So the one I'm going to show is the mini bunny that I completed during the tortoise versus hare. So you hit your pattern. So like here's the mini bunny. And they'll have all the hashtags and all that. But when you go to the main pattern itself, you can shop materials here now.
Cool.
Actually, I'm going to choose a pattern that I haven't crossed off as I've gone along.
See, I don't know what my password was. I know I've joined.
You might have done it through Facebook, Mom.
It doesn't have that option.
Or Google.
Doesn't have that option.
I can't remember that. I'm sure you have it. You can always reset it. Okay. So when you go to the pattern itself, they'll let you have the option of going, what was I going to say? Anyway, you go to the pattern itself, you can reset your colors, you can change the colors to match, what you're actually be using, whatever. So here, for example, is what Pop-Tart. You can see the grayed out areas with the cross out. That's the parts I've finished. Then here's row 4. So then that's the next part. When I'm done with that, I can cross that out. Now I'm going to uncross it.
It's really good because you can keep track of where you're at.
Also, they have little video options. Like this one has a little video. Oh, it's how to do that thing you hate so much, Mom.
Seed stitch?
No, this is crochet.
Where
you go around the chain.
Oh, right. Oh, I hate doing
because
that.
they're doing that for the Pop-Tart.
I can do it, but I hate it.
So they have that. And go away video.
Oh, this is funny. I don't know if it'll let me show it to you, but
there. Okay.
Look at this. It's on there. It's called, that's Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. Look how you look.
But yeah, so this is how it looks on the app. Now mine is on dark screen because that's the way I look at everything. I don't think it is for everybody. But yeah, as you can see, they actually so they'll have a section that says 5 through 53 single crochet all around. Then underneath that, they'll break it down. Row 5, you can cross that out. Row 6, you can cross that out all the way down. That's the part that you'd like.
All the stuff that I normally do anyway because I don't.
But it does it for you.
Are those owls?
Now, the thing is you have to have your device with you because that's what keeps track of your progress. But it does exactly the same thing that Mama and I both do. Now, Mom tends to explode the patterns out. I tend to write my little notes in the notebook as I go, so I don't write all over my pattern. It's just personal preference of mine.
That one. Go back. Testers would need it for something there.
So Mom's looking at being a tester for something. Apparently she's playing on Ribblr instead of providing the tutorial. So yeah, that's the basic idea.
I don't have a tutorial.
Providing information on how to
You're doing that. I wouldn't be rude and interrupt.
So yes, that's basically what Ribblr is. It's a place where you can access patterns that you keep track of online where you're at. Mm-hmm. They have patterns that they sell that are specific to them. That's why you're able to do it there. I have a couple of my patterns up there. None of the colorwork ones because I don't feel like putting the charts in again. But yeah, they have some really cute ones.
They do. And a lot of them are bulky weight.
Yes. Like that bunny was a no-sew.
Look at this.
Okay, that's pretty cute.
For all you tortoise lovers out there for next year.
That's pretty cute. One of my favorite things that I found out that I like on here is apparently I like cat food, like cat that is food, like taco cat and cat burger. And
okay, we need to get off Ribblr.
yes, I just want to show two other cute ones. If I could have found cat burger, I would have. But here is Ollie Owl.
Owl? Aw.
It looks like a she,
Ollie.
but
Ollie is a boy's name. Well, I guess it could be Ollie for Olivia.
but absolutely adorable. And then next to Ollie, I have to go back down to Ollie, or kind of kitty corner to Ollie, is Poppy the Huggy Bunny.
I thought it was a puppy. You know, the puppy that keeps tripping over his ears.
Yes, I looked at that. I'm
so
like,
cute.
I love those ears. I'm just gonna look up cat burger. I'm actually just typing cat burger because then that's the quickest way to find it. But I just love cat burger.
This is what happens when I tell her I want it to be a short podcast.
Although you started looking at stuff, I was just going to show.
No, you were playing around. That's why I got on there in the first place.
I was showing something.
Playing around.
Let's see, cat burger.
Oh, while she's doing that, we mentioned that we were thinking about next year's full year along. We figured out what it is. It's called Anything Goes. And we will talk more about that later.
Yes.
It's pretty much as the name implies, but within parameters. So
Okay, so here's cat burger. They have other cute ones that are cat food related type things, but this is cat burger. I love cat taco.
that's cute. Cute.
For some reason, I like cats that are turned into food. I don't know why they're so cute, but yeah, that's what they have. Puppy burger too. That's free.
Where?
Hold on. Oh, Tacosaurus!
All right. Put the phone.
You gotta see Tacosaurus. I've not seen Tacosaurus yet. Tacosaurus!
That one works really well because it's got that shape of a body.
It does. I had to make sure I wishlist him. He is precious. He looks like he's bulky too.
I think almost all of those toys are bulky. They do a lot with bulky.
They do. There we go. I wanted to make sure that that I do not lose Tacosaurus because he is adorable. And
I might do more on Ribblr when Taya shows me how to consistently get in it on my phone. I can get into it on my computer, but
yeah, it's if you have the app, it's very easy. But yeah,
I have the app. I'm pretty sure because you gave it to me. You helped me get in here. I don't know where I put it though.
They have like reversible patterns, like a lot of reversible toys, all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, just want to return here, and then they have a bunny cream soda. Mom and I want to make the Pop-Tarts with eyes.
Yes, they're fun.
The Boo Berry.
Oh yeah,
Dad thought it was weird.
that's got stuff that
There's Taco Cat. He's free too.
Right.
So that's the last one I'll show. Is
Not
Taco
as
Cat.
cute as the
No, the
Stegosaurus. Or whatever it was. Dinosaur.
The Tacosaurus. That was, you're right. The Tacosaurus was cuter than the Taco Cat. Although the Taco Burger, Taco Cat does have a tail coming out the end though.
That I'm sorry, that looks weird. It does.
Okay, but anyway, that's what Ribblr is. It's like I said, it's a lot of fun. They've got jumbo kisses with all sorts of things. I kind of want to make. There's a couple of plants that have faces and stuff. I kind of want to make one for Dad's plant area eventually. Probably a cactus because they're thicker. But yeah, I do have bulky yarn now.
I'm trying to think. Oh, it's Aran yarn. Okay, they do have Aran yarn that is hand dyed.
Oh, that's cool.
It's called
Yeah, you should see, Mom, if
K plus
they.
C. I think if Joanne's doing it,
It has to be theirs.
it has to be theirs.
Does Joanne's do hand dyed?
I don't know, but they're.
I know that.
They're not like a local yarn store that might pick up, a local person.
Right. Well, they have no one local for Ribblr. Like, I'm sure that...
What I'm saying is they don't just pick up independent dyers
Right.
normally, you know. Okay.
But yeah, here's my tea. I think it's Earl Grey Moonlight.
And this, I told you what my cup is. Yours is
Mine is the I'd Rather Be Knitting Cat. There's like stuff on my glasses.
Okay, so moving on. Let's see here. Oh, I think I've got one more person to hear from for the prizes. I have to go back and check. It's been kind of a hectic week, and this week is really bad too because we have appointments and things like that. I did mention to one person when I answered the first person who wrote, and I haven't answered anybody else. I think I heard from, I don't know if it was Jody or Steph that I heard from first. And I heard from Rena, and I heard from, I think it was Sensitai who won the other one. And then the other one I didn't hear from was either Jody or Steph. I forget which one. So I don't know if that person has contacted me yet.
And you just haven't seen it?
I just haven't seen it. But I did say to the one person I answered that it might be a little bit of time before I get everything out because we're working on, we have appointments. We have my parents are coming at the end of, not this coming week, but next week. So that means we're getting the meal together because they're not coming for Thanksgiving. They're coming for my mom's birthday instead because they're going to be on a cruise on Thanksgiving. So Ty and I are going to be busy cooking and stuff, so I won't be able to do a whole lot of stuff.
If I do end up with a daytime brace like you think I'm going to be having, I'm waiting till after Grandma and Grandpa's visit.
Oh yeah, that's what I did last time when I did it because I had Dad's birthday, our anniversary. No, it was the anniversary and Father's Day and something else. I said I can't be doing that. You should just wait. She said it's better for that. So
I mean, I'd be a little surprised if they jumped right into that for me, but
well, they did with me.
But you went to the night guard first and then
Well, that's a different place.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so moving on. Once again, congratulations to all the winners, and I'm really excited to see the things that are popping up in the different threads. I forget which thread it was, and I forget if it was I Know Who You Are or Sensiday who posted a whole bunch of sweaters, and she...
Usually it is I Know Who You Are. She posted a ton of sweaters.
Maybe that was her. She had a sweater. It was a baby blue sweater, and I think the neck was... It was some kind of really pretty neckline, and it had cables in the front. It was absolutely gorgeous. I just sat there and stared at it.
I'm trying to think because I put up the picture so I see all the different ones because usually I have to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo with her sweaters.
I think it was recently because, well, maybe not. Because I get behind, so I end up... What I end up doing is I get to the point where I can go look at something, and I'll go through that whole page. Or somebody will tag me, and I'll do that whole page.
Right.
So, because I don't have a lot of time, I'm really not on the internet that much. So, when I see something, I tend to try to do at least that page. So I can... And I might comment here or there. But anyway, moving along here.
We don't have that many along, so that's good.
We have the Toy Along running right now, and it runs until the end of December, and it's exactly what it says. It is toys, knit, crochet, loom knit, paper crafts. I mean, we're talking about paper dolls, paper houses, doll houses that are made of cardboard or paper products. So we're trying to be as inclusive as possible within that parameter. I don't necessarily want to see, like, origami is kind of iffy. I guess you could play with origami. If you can I guess you can make a case for that. I see them more as decorations.
Oh, you probably don't remember, but there was something in the Regency, it was talking about what they used to do for fun in Regency, but a lot of it was about the clothes. There was something where we weren't sure if it was just showing the different levels of the clothes. And I was like, it kind of looks like those paper dolls used to have. It was, when I read the section, it was the same kind of thing where they would put the different garments, starting from the undergarments up. So those kind of paper dolls apparently are basically as old as time. Where you just
and I said paper dolls are and origami might as well. I mean, I'm sure that maybe wherever they make those, the kids play with them, so that might be acceptable as well. But for the origami, since they tend to be small, I'd like to see 2 of them in the same thread. If you do that, okay.
Do paper airplanes count as origami?
They count as toys, but I would like to see.
But I mean, do they count as origami?
They're folded paper, I guess they do.
Yeah, because I never really thought of them as origami because it's like they're so common. But
no, I don't know. I don't know if origami has to be represented. I guess it's represented, but it's more. I don't know. But if you do a paper airplane, no bare paper airplanes. You have to do something to the paper airplane. You know those things that we used to make when you were kids, and you put the numbers and you would fold up, and there'd be something under the number you used to put your fingers in and go. People my age will understand. I can't remember how to fold it. They had like, when you folded it up, you could put 2 fingers in each side, and you would, be able to go open, several ways, and you would pick one inside, and you would open it up, and it would have something in it, like something written in it. And I don't remember how you played it. It's been years since I've even thought of that. But that's a toy, and that that would be considered for the toy along. Because I'm trying to make sure that the paper crafts don't get left out.
Now, if someone makes, let's say someone had their daughter or someone has a toy, like a baby doll, and they're making clothes for said baby doll, it would be, especially the dressing and undressing the doll, wouldn't that be counted as a toy because it's involved in playing?
We're not doing sewing.
No, I meant you can knit or crochet.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes. That's toys.
Yeah,
that's part of the
but
toys.
I wanted to just clarify because someone might not think of the toy clothes being the toys in and of themselves.
I would even consider those books. You remember the book in Despicable Me, and they put the fingers in and they made it. And they had the little puppets and stuff like that in the book. It's like a child's book. And
I vaguely remember those kind of things. Like in baby books, sometimes you'll see them.
Yes, and you put your fingers in so you can make them be either the fingers or the legs, or you stick them in. There's like cloth, and they're like little. Those are toys. I mean, they're toys. They're very rudimentary toys, but we'll accept those. Provided you make the entire book and you make So you have to be really creative for something like that. Make your case. We are always very lenient in our rulings. So, okay. And the same featured patterns and featured yarns and things like that. It's anything that's Lady Fernico Creations, anything that's Franciscan Gypsy Designs, anything that's Laura Concert, who is Lollipop Girl Creations.
But her yarn is Lollipop Girl Yarns.
Yeah, but I think that it's all under Lollipop Girl
Creations. I think
Creations.
if you go to the shop, it's still Lollipop Girl Creations.
So, and it provided it's within the theme that's patterns, yarn. If we made paper, okay. We do not accept like the it has to be paper stuff or fiber arts. Okay, weaving. If you wove something at cloth and you made a toy out of it, we'd accept that because that's fiber art. Okay. Let's see here, and about the multiple postings. It's all on the thread, and you are responsible for the multiple postings. The hashtag for the toy along is PHN Toy 2023. All right. Now, the out with the old is exactly what it says. This is when we finish all the things. We will not accept anything that has started October 1st or later. Okay? This has to be out with the old. It has to be finished during the along or worked on during the along, but not started during the along, because this is where we finish everything. So we have needles and hooks free for next year's Ready, Set, Go. Okay? So this is where we finish all the things. All right? And the same featured yarns and patterns, the same time frame. It ends December 31st, going into January 1st on midnight Eastern Standard Time, okay? And the same crafts.
Is it this one or the next one that you have frogs as well?
It's Ready, Set, Go.
Ready to Go. Okay,
yeah.
I couldn't remember which.
Yeah,
because they're back to back, so I can't remember.
That's the month of January.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
It did ease up on some of the bitterness with that there. This is PHN Out with the Old 2023. Same featured yarns and featured patterns. All the same rules apply. And that's all I have to say about that one. Which leads us to the movie night make-along, which we are on our last legs of that. Makes me think, for some reason I thought of the train I saw on the way home from the doctor. The last legs. I don't know why. That's just the way my brain is working today. So the PHN movie night make-along, this one is going to the end of the year also. It's been going for the whole year. So this is the last quarter. When we pull for prizes this year, we'll probably have 3 prizes because we usually have the 2 for the quarter and the 1 for the whole year. So that we want to make sure everybody has a decent chance of winning. And all the prizes are basically the same. We don't have any mega prizes anymore. They're just too hard to mail out.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make sure that everybody has a decent prize. Let's see here. And the same type things. These are knitting, crocheting, and paper crafts, and weaving, and loom knitting, and things like that, okay? If you have any questions, just ask in the thread. Someone will get back to you. Rena always tags me if somebody doesn't get back to you fast enough and she doesn't know the answer, so that's good. We will get to you. We will get you all squared away. Or one of our very knowledgeable veteran family members, older sibling members, will answer the questions. Elders of the group, yes. We have a wonderful family group there, so they will answer as well. They're really good, okay? Let's see. The same feature drawings, feature patterns, and all that, because this is just everything that has to do with movies, and must be a movie theater experience, whether it's a movie theater that you go inside like a cinema, like you sit in the chairs, or an outdoor.
It can't be something that was opened merely to streaming as its debut.
No, it had to be in a regular building theater or in a drive-in.
Yeah.
Or something like the Alamo. Those of you who know it, Alamo, that's kind of a cross between a a restaurant and a movie theater.
And we did talk about
yeah.
that last time.
Or a few times bad.
Yeah, so, yeah, the whole point is a cinema experience, which is not what you get at home.
Yep. So it could be dealing with tickets, it could be dealing with actors, it could be dealing with storyline or plot or movie or
annoying other people in the
with your phones. I mean, be creative. I mean, there's a lot of things out there for the movie theater, the food, all kinds of stuff.
Popcorn on the floor.
Popcorn on the floor. Shh, quiet.
I've heard people talk in theater before, but not so much just shh.
All I remember was that one guy, when that person got out of hand, he got up because it was his wife and us, and I think he felt responsible for us in that back row. And he just, I don't know if he got the manager. I think he got the manager, and they had to, either they left or they had to be quiet or whatever it was, because they were just being really obnoxious. It was years ago, about maybe 10 years ago. Because we haven't been to a movie theater in a long time.
No, we haven't. I mean, not as long ago as 10 years ago.
I think so, because 5 years ago, we're heading on, well, let's see, 2020 was the...
I did not go to the last Hobbit. I did not finish the Star Wars series.
I didn't either.
Well, I know
we saw them at home.
We saw 1 and 2. We saw...
The only one I saw in the...
We saw at least one of the ones with Ray in theater.
I saw the first one with Ray in the theater. Everything else I saw at home. Because we stopped going because they started having the illnesses and stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And it was
I couldn't remember if we saw the second one in there.
It was several years before that. Because at least 3 to 5 years before that. So you're talking about 8 years. Mm-hmm. It's been a while. All right, the last one we're looking at is the arthritis, cardiac dysautonomia. No, that's done. That's done. These we already pulled prizes for. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Well, you're the one who has more projects. You have 5 to my 3.
I need to get a drink. Let me see here. Now, I did.
So that means you go twice once.
Twice once, not twice. I did a fair amount of work on this, and then I stopped because I was at the beauty parlor yesterday. You had to get my hair cut. And I was afraid I would run out of yarn. So I didn't have any other yarn with it. So I almost finished this. It was funny because this lady came in, and I was just finished with the edge, and I looked at her and I said, I said, how tall are you? She said, 5'8". I said, do you mind if I try this on you? So she stood up and put her arms out and everything, and she got all excited. I'm a model. It was really cute. But it was a little short on her, which means it should be okay for me, because I'm 5'5", and she's 5'8". So we're getting close. Let me show you here. This is mostly dragonfly fibers with some misbows.
We've been close for months.
Yeah, but I've been doing some work on it.
No, you haven't.
So let me see here.
But it makes me think of
we're very close.
Of the inch that stretches on for miles.
The one every time I think of that, I think of the time I did the handbrake for Kay's handbrake. See, this is, it's almost there. I mean, look at that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you can see. It's really close here. So I think I finished this row, maybe another 1 or 2, and I'll be done. And I can weave in the ends. And that'll be nice because it'll be finished finally for maybe Christmas this year. If my husband lets me wear it for Christmas because he insists it looks like a blanket. So we'll see what happens. I am going to wear this for Christmas. That's what I wanted. So he's just going to have to deal.
Well, I can help set you up with a shawl pin so that way it, we drape it so it doesn't look,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it looks more like it's,
Now, obviously, if he really didn't want me to wear it, I would wear it during the week, and I wouldn't wear it at Christmas time. It's not worth the aggravation if he doesn't, if he feels that strongly about it. So, but I hope he doesn't.
Some people are weird about shawls.
Yeah, they think it makes you look old. I like shawls.
I think it's the problem the people who think it makes you look, it's a problem of other people's perceptions. I don't care.
No,
I like them. So, if it makes other people think I look old, okay, sweet.
So I look old. I don't care. I am old. I don't care.
I have an excuse to carry a blankie with me.
Yeah, I the other day, I forget what it was, he was teasing me about it in church, and then he was complaining about it was cold, and I looked at him and said, well, who wishes they had a blanket now? I wanted to be a brat. I was being a brat. Just wanted to. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. I have to go again, don't I?
Yes, you do.
All right, let me just finish this stitch. But I did make a fair amount of progress. I sat down and did, I would sit down and watch whatever we were watching that wasn't date night, and I would do, a row here or half a row and a half, whatever, because it is a long row now, so I might not finish the whole row, but I'm really excited about it being so close to being finished. And I did say what bag it was in, right?
I don't remember.
Knitting's my bag. One of my first bags. It's held up really well. Her bags do hold up well.
I know I have ones of hers. I think they're being used for other things though, not for knitting stuff.
Most of my projects are in Anne's bags, or bags that have been given to me, like Christina's or something like that. But some of them are in Lois's bags, and all of my bags I still have them. Most of them. I think I gave away a couple, but most of them.
Well, I also think you might have more Lois bags than I do, because I think I made the transition to Ploverbird earlier.
I have some Ploverbird too. I have quite a few Ploverbirds.
You do.
My Ploverbirds are smaller.
Yes. But I think that I made the transition over to them sooner, and then I had a couple of other places I was looking because I wanted certain kinds of fabric.
Well, the reason most of my bags for Ploverbird are smaller is because she didn't make the transition to bigger till just before she stopped. Yeah, and at that point, I had found Anne.
Yeah. I did get my Kissing Bunnies right before, and that was the largest one I've ever seen her carry.
All right, now, the next project I did work a little on this, but mostly during the podcast. This is my Arwen's Hooded Cowl project from the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern by, I said Effinora. It's not Effinora, it's somebody else. So I did a little bit on this. So you can see, I'm kind of twisted up here. There we go. So you can see it's starting to do the hood. And this is the slate colorway in Miss Babs, and this goes here, right?
Yeah, your yarn.
I remember I had this caught up. Let me see if I can find my yarn here.
Excuse me.
This is it. No, this is the new one. This is the one I'm using. I had this caught up in my needle somehow.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
So I have to see if I can uncatch it so I can.
Yeah, it looks like you're actually kind of somehow tied in yourself.
Yeah, there we go. That takes care of that. And this is in my Knit for Brains bag. It's the Owl Teapot bag that Laura gave me, Laura Concert. And it's a Knit for Brains bag. Very well made bag. One of the few new bags I have that is a drawstring. Because I usually go for the wedge zipper bags. But some of these, like this one's really well made. The one that Brittany gave me is really well made as well. So yeah, that's what I have for this. I need to see where I'm at so I can knit on this a little bit while Talia talks.
Okay, so my first project is in my, speaking of Ploverbird, my Ploverbird Happy Pigs bag. They are happy and they are pigs.
What is this?
This holds my Thorin's Hooded Cow, and I call it the Bomber's Hooded Cow because it is yellow. I'm using Miss Babs in the Squash Blossom colorway. And yes, it looks like I am purling right now. And I think the last time I worked on it was on the podcast, actually. So, it makes progress, but a bit slowly, but it makes it. If I focus, I could be done with it not shortly, but pretty quickly.
I think this is what I'm doing here. I don't have a book yet, so I think that's what it is.
That might be, yeah.
I don't know. I don't see anything else in here. That must be it.
You need it on Ribblr.
Oh, no, I don't want to do anything on the computer. I don't have to.
But, yeah, that's that project.
Okay, this is.
And I wear them, these things all the time.
Oh, this is all knit, right? Yeah, this is all knit across. Because right side, knit across.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I wear this all the time to block light and sometimes when I'm just cold.
Yeah, she was wearing it this morning.
Yeah.
For our liturgy.
So, yeah, there we go.
Okay. Let me get a few stitches
And I am wearing multiple layers of knit stuff right now. This is the, the scrap shawl that Mom's making with my knitting needles and sheep shawl pin. Then I've got a Jane Richmond sweater under this. I can't remember the name of this pattern.
That's a bulky sweater,
It is
too.
a bulky sweater. This is actually acrylic, which I did not enjoy knitting with it. Well, the blue wasn't as bad as the brown that I had picked up. I don't know why the brown felt waxier.
All I know is that one that you gave me.
It was brown.
That Davina has now.
Oh.
The copper one. I love the pattern, but it was too heavy and clingy and hot, and it didn't stretch. I couldn't get my hands through it very easily.
Yeah, the other one that I think I also gave you, or maybe I just gave away, it was a brown Knit Picks bulky.
No, you didn't give it to me.
And I found the brown to be waxy, and I was starting to get more sensitive, but I didn't notice the waxiness with the blue one. But yeah, this is acrylic. It is a comfortable sweater. I've got really pretty buttons on it.
Buttons.
I think I picked these up at Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival.
Yeah, I think you did. I think at that place that was next to Tempting You.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's where I got them.
That was the only thing I was sad about. Most of the people I go to see over at Shenandoah are no longer there for whatever reason. But I did want to see Tempting You and Tara. I forget what her name is. Tara something or other. And there were a couple places that, I think...
Allegheny Fiber Arts is what Cherry is as well.
Yeah. And then our local yarn store would have been there. And so would our local dyer. But it's not a big deal because I honestly didn't need anything.
Yeah.
And it would have been like, okay...
You instead spent that money on scrapbooking.
Yeah. Not nearly as much, though, as I would have done for yarn.
But, now it is... Did you just show?
No, you did.
Okay, so
you showed.
I showed my hood. That's right, because I went through my outfit while you were trying to finish what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. And this is my mom got me this. I don't know if it's from Columbia. My mom is from Columbia, but it's a...
Oh, I thought that was one Miss Noah got you.
No, Miss Noah got me the tan one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got me the tan one. So this you can see, it's really kind of a block color. It's like a horse blanket, but soft. Think about when you see, like when you watch movies and you see like Mexico or Colombia or Peru or whatever. It has that feel to it, but it's light and it's warm. I'm not cold, and I don't have the layers that she has. I've been cold all day. I put this on, I feel fine.
Yeah, I've been cold.
Yeah.
But this thing is apparently deceptively warm because it's very thin when you feel it.
Okay, my next one is in my Silver Shed USA extra large 10-year Podiversary bag. And I was going to take this one with me to the doctor's appointment to work on. I had a doctor appointment, just a follow-up for my PT. But I got there so close to time that by the time I got out of the restroom, it was time for me to go in. So I didn't know where this was because I moved everything because Father came on Friday and I was just trying to make things halfway presentable. So I threw all my bags in the shelves and I wasn't sure where it was. So this is my Strawberry Shortcake Baby Blanket from the Sorbelle Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. In this Silver Shed bag, which is our 10-year Podiversary bag. We love it. And I didn't do a whole lot on this one, I have to say. I think I worked only on this one during the podcast, but I worked on some other things, so it's progress. I am working on things. It's instead of just falling asleep.
That's good.
So that's good. Let me just see what I got here. I still think this yarn is incredibly soft for an acrylic. It still itches your nose when you work on it because it's kind of like an alpaca that way or something. But it's very nice on the hands, and I think it'll be very nice on a baby because it's just it doesn't itch like some of the halo-y yarn does. It just kind of feels soft.
Okay.
Are you gonna fall asleep?
No.
Okay. So that's all I have to say about this one. The yarn is ice yarn.
Next for me is actually the one I'm working on. Just get to put where I'm doing the next purl. Okay, this is Log Cabin Love by 10 Hours or Less George.
Yay, George.
And
shout out for George.
This is, I'm doing it with worsted yarn like he recommended, but I chose the size needle I wanted. So I have more squares. It's already something that's warm that I put on my lap when I'm a little bit cold. But I'm on the... I finished this blue a while ago. They don't carry this blue anymore, so I matched as best as I could. It's still not the same, but this is the new blue.
Pretty.
Once this is finished, then I think I had decided to... don't know that I wrote down. Because I know... no, I didn't write down. I think I decided to go with the purple next.
Purple.
Then the pink, then the yellow is what I think I decided to go with. And I mean, there's shades.
Shades of gray.
Yeah.
Shades of gray.
So yeah, that is kind of the plan. I have all these colors waiting to go. Although this one's one of the ones for the edging. But yeah, there's one of the pinks.
Pink.
Your turn.
Okay. This one is in my meeting on the courthouse. Well, this is my meeting on the courthouse steps blanket project from the courthouse steps set pattern by Premier Country. I'm using US 6 for this and DK weight. And this bag is Brittany's bag, but also Christina's bag. So here's Christina's bag, the one she made me. Very talented. Christina made this for me. Absolutely love it.
Very
People
nice.
would think that I'd like this turtle better, but I think I actually like this one better. He's vintagey. It makes me happy. They both make me happy.
As you say, they're both vintagey.
Make me happy. So, and this is Brittany's bag that I was telling you about earlier. It's got my yarn in it. So I haven't made a whole lot of progress on this. I didn't do any real progress after the podcast. That's okay. I'm not in any hurry for this. If I forget how to pick up, Talia's here. But I think I'm okay.
No, you're doing well.
So this is where I'm at. And I'm enjoying this. I'd like to get a little further before my parents get here.
So you can show.
So I can show them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the picture of the crochet version that I did for Tony and Kim.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show them that. Because I enjoyed doing the crochet one. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I think in the future I might do it slightly differently. I just have some ideas. I'll do it a little bit differently. But it was still a lot of fun. And this is fun because it's all scraps, at least for the time being. I don't have to be worried about, do I have enough yarn? It's so small that almost any, kind of scrap will be fine.
Yeah.
And
I've changed scraps in the middle of a log before.
Yeah. And for this one, I wouldn't mind doing that because it's scrappy. It's not.
Now, I've tried to avoid doing that in this. I may have done it once or twice, but that's because it's got the heart pattern, and I don't want that broken up.
Well, sometimes you don't. Like the design I'm doing, you can do it that way, but I don't want to because it's going to go in our bedroom, and I don't want that kind of for that particular pattern, I don't want to have it scrappy. I want to make sure that, at least for the first one I do, it's cohesive. And the needles I'm using with this are not my normal child glues. I'm using the Zings, because I like those too. The Knit Pro Zings are really good. My favorite ones are the Chow Glues, but I like the Zings as well. I still have to use the ones I bought from Brittany, the turbos or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I bought from her on D-Stash. Go ahead, it's your turn.
Yes. Let me make sure I'm not in a stitch. There you go. So my final one is, let me cut my T.
T. What are you doing here?
In my
Where's my water at?
Plover Bird, I forgot to say what my yarn was in for the blanket. I'm not lifting it up. It's the Knitting Sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like picking it up because it's got a bunch of yarn in it and I don't want to knock stuff over.
That makes sense.
But, yeah. I didn't bring the little bag that... Oh, that's right. I don't have a little bag for this as well. Sometimes if I have a project that I'm keeping all the yarn in, I'll keep another little bag with the part I'm working on. But I did that for another project, not this one.
What do you mean the part? You mean the cloth?
Like just the ball of yarn.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes whenever I'm making stuff,
Right.
I want to, I can just take that piece with me.
Right. Now that makes sense. I like to do that as well because especially when you know you're going to wait and you have more than one project you want to do and you have one big project, then maybe you can put like this with their little bag with the 1 or 2 balls of yarn and another project all in that third bag.
Yeah. So, first of all, I'm not going to show them all here, but I had to pick up more hooks because I didn't realize, maybe because I only recently moved over to the ergonomic hooks, because Davina, I think, got my set of normal boys with the red zipper pouch.
Yeah, she has all mine like that too.
But I hadn't realized I'm missing quite a few sizes for my my crochet
You could have asked
set.
me.
Well, I wanted to, if I'm going to be making the donuts, I do want some of these of my own. A lot of my G's and E's are in other projects, so I did need a few more of those.
Right.
But I didn't have a D. So I do have one D now. Eventually I should pick up another one just in case something happens to my D. But it must not have called for it in the first couple donuts I made, but the last couple that I've had in the patterns have asked for a D, and I had to go down the size, and it was really kind of rough with the yarn I had because it kept splitting it.
Right, and I find that one project I'm working on is bulky yarn, and because I want it tighter, I'm using a smaller hook, and it keeps splitting the yarn.
Yeah, so I just wanted to go up a little bit, so I now have a D. And what I am working on, and part of my plan is there's going to be an event. I don't want to give too much detail, but I'm making these for each plate. And this is what I'm making right now.
Cute.
This comes from the Crochet Donut Buddies.
And that was from Laura Concert.
It was a surprise gift from Laura. And the next one will be a pig. Then probably a dog for Dad's plate, a cat for Davina's, and then if I have time, it'll be an owl for you and a bunny for me. But I'm trying to. I'll be working on these almost exclusively for a little bit.
We'll have something. Except Talia and I are not completely necessary because I have the bear she made and she has others that
Yes,
so
exactly.
we can put those. She has to focus on the people who don't have any.
Yes, because you could either have the bear or the Triceratops based on your mood. Triceratops turned out really cute. He has green icing, if I remember correctly, and he turned out really well. I think he might have been the first one I made. I don't remember if I made your bear. Your bear was first, then Triceratops. That's what it was.
Yeah, because you gave me the
And
first
of course,
one.
the very first one, which was why Laura gave this to me, is I made a normal donut with the eyes on top.
Right.
And the mug.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
But I have finished the donut itself, so it's a strawberry donut. They had just a white donut with white icing. I thought that was boring. So here is my white icing to go on top of the pink donut. And this is Mom's neon pink that she dyed up. We think it might have been for Felicia over there. Actually, it was definitely for Felicia.
Yep, look at that.
It was Felicia's body. Her underbody. So it actually works really well for the donut. So icing is almost done. I think I'm about to... I have a few more rows and then I do the drips. After I sew that on, then I start the unicorn itself. This is... Excuse me, for the mane. This is also Mom's colorway.
I was hoping I had some of this color because that would have been really cute.
That
with
would, yeah. So, and my aim is to only go with scraps. And then, I already showed this. I have this for the muzzle. It's got
Looks like Heidi's.
It might be. It might be. I'm not sure whose it is.
Or maybe Kay's.
I didn't get any of Kay's in a big skein.
Oh, okay.
You got me some.
I got you mini skeins.
You got me mini skeins you managed to catch, but I never caught any of her.
It was really
others.
hard to catch Kay's sales.
Yeah, so.
Because she was in the UK, and by the time I caught it, it was all sold out.
And I have just like these little ones in here for if I decide to stripe for the unicorn horn like they have me do. Just because I'm not sure if I want to use the same yarn for the unicorn horn that I'm using for the mane.
Excuse me a minute. I think Davina wants to go outside. I'll be right back.
So here's the yellow.
Davina? Davina? What do you need? No, we're not done. You going outside?
Okay, so
I think putting on your heavy...
just checking to see if we'd be able to see her when she goes outside, and we should be able to. I mean, we have the fence, but... So yeah, this is a slightly different pink than the neon one, so this would still look nice in the unicorn horn. The only color I don't have, and I just checked my stash, I'm sure I have it somewhere, is a purple. I think that would be the only other color I might want in the horn. But yeah, I don't want to use the same yarn for the hair, for the mane and the horn. That'd be weird. Okay.
Excuse me.
So yeah. I'm not sure what they'll have me start next. I then have to start looking at my eyes. I want to see if I have any sparkly eyes.
Well, there's a whole bunch of eyes up there.
I thought you gave me all your eyes. Oh, you didn't, because you gave me a bunch of them.
I kept the bigger ones.
Okay, I can't use any of the bigger ones for this. That might be why you gave me all the eyes that I have, because I think they are all the smaller
And
ones.
I do have some small ones, but they're black.
No, I want sparkle eyes. Even though they are calling for black eyes for all of them, the snake was the first one that I chose not to do that.
Well, sometimes to put personality and you need to do a little bit
Yeah,
different.
but I think your bear has the black eyes. I think the Triceratops does. But it all depends. But yeah, and I do have a bunch of black eyes I picked up for that purpose. That tool is so helpful, Mom.
Yeah,
I do have two of them. I have one of each size. Honestly, I don't think it makes a difference other than maybe a difference of your hand size.
Yeah. I have a really hard time with that because my arthritis doesn't like it.
Well, what's nice is it feels really nice in your hand, and all you do is put your one hand on the other side and just kind of push.
Right.
And it does the hard work for you. It's nice. Now, it doesn't help for the metal ones, but the metal ones aren't as hard to put on anyway.
Ones.
There's a couple of eyes. I
don't
forget
have
which
any
brands. I have a couple of them. I can't remember which brand does this. They have the eyes where it's a metal backing, and you push it on.
I never had one like
Yeah,
that.
I have a couple of them. I'm not sure which brand does it. And I don't have many of them.
I have a special place where I used to get my eyes on Etsy. I can't remember what it's called. Something for eyes or eyes. I forget.
I have a couple of websites that I always use. One of them was a place that Stacy Troff.
Yes.
Troff? I think her
Chalk.
name. Chalk, thank you.
She's not. Yes. They should.
And I'm sure I have saved both of the eye places since I've been there recently. You know, when I last picked up eyes, because I want to pick up some sleepy eyes at one point.
I like the sleepy eyes. Are cute.
Actually, I might look there and see if I want to plan ahead for your owl. Maybe, because I think that'd be really cute. Just to have, like, the sleepy eyes.
Sleepy eyes. Or the watchful.
Well, they also the googly ones.
Oh, no googly
But I don't want to do
brows.
the googly. I want to do the kind of half-lidded ones. I think that would be adorable.
Yeah, I don't think owls and googly eyes go.
No, I think the little half-lidded ones would be adorable.
think
So
so.
I'll have to look at those. But yeah, very close to starting the actual unicorn part.
Yay.
And yeah, I've just been trying to focus on these.
All of a sudden, my hand started hurting. My thumb started hurting. I don't know if the weather's changing or it wasn't hurting a minute ago. I got up to help Davina, and it started hurting.
Oopsie, don't want to lose my hooks.
Okay, in my, I don't know what you call this bag because Horses on the Inside plaid bag is, this is from There's Magic. I don't know the designer. It's a great big bag. And this is Talia's shawl. It's the Cherry Bomb Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Zittel. I worked a little bit on this at the doctor's this morning. No, I was going to. I didn't get a chance to. But I did work a little bit on this, I think, at the hairdresser. I worked at it on it. So it's not terribly big, but I'm not in too much of a hurry. So this is my chocolate covered Strawberries, I think it is.
I think that is what you decided to go with. I don't think you went with cherry. I think it was strawberry.
So I have a little bit ways to go still on this particular section, and then I'll probably move into this color, which is my latest favorite color. No, this is Courtly Love.
That's Courtly Love.
This is Courtly
I
Love.
do have some ladies' favorite, the blue, because
Yeah.
I was looking for a yarn the other day, and I saw that when I was looking.
This needs to be reskeined.
I just saw a comment come through for Looney Hiker for Pat, and she I guess I was trying to remember what anthropomorphic
Right.
was last week, and she helped me out because I couldn't get the word out.
That's funny. I remember, and I knew what you were saying. I could see it written down on the books.
But I'm glad that you are enjoying the finished projects that I feature at the beginning of each show. I make an effort to try to have a different person each slide, unless I really don't have a lot to choose from. I think I might have even mentioned that last
Yeah, you
time.
did.
So no, that's usually how I get to see people's projects, is when I go through that. I actually sometimes have to go back and make sure you're using the time before.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might get a double if I have already put the episode a few episodes back onto my external drive, because my computer gets overloaded with all the videos.
Heck, Daddy's got overloaded. He had to change one of the drives out or something.
Well, I mean, honestly, I know he downloads a lot of videos, and then if he gets my stuff in, I have
Not to mention my ephemera and all that. And
two different. Well, your ephemera doesn't take as much room
it
as
does
videos.
take, no, it
Really?
does. It takes up, because when I was looking up, wanted to get this one thing, and they said make sure you have enough space on your computer for this. It's a zip. Make sure you have enough space. So I didn't get the one that was like it was expensive, but apparently it's like a gazillion pieces of whatever. But this is really close to. Look.
Yeah, it is. You managed to recapture that color,
And then I'll put something, and then I can
and you have two of this.
and I can transition out then into another multi like this one, and then I can go into
Well, having found that second
Darker,
skein
yeah.
does give you a few more options, and then later on, if you decide you want to throw in another color, it's not like you can't dye yourself some more, which is fun. Might be kind of fun if you're working on this. Red just kind of feels like a fally, wintry color, so it feels like it's a warm color.
I have a lot of colors that I like to dye, especially the jewel tones. But I think my favorite color, you'll see a lot of them in my shop, is purple. I don't use a lot of purple, but I like dyeing
I like
it.
knitting with purple,
Purple-
but I like a rich purple.
Yeah, because there's so many different variations of that
Yes,
rich
there are.
purple, and it's really pretty.
I only started fairly recently wearing purple. Again, I used to wear a fair amount of it in high school.
I don't wear a lot of purple. I never really have, but I do like it to dye it up, and I like to see it in people's projects.
Well, part of why I started wearing it is the style shirt that I've been starting to wear more often. They don't have my yellows and oranges as much as I'd like. So they have more of the purples. Eventually, once I'm able to comfortably wear some of the other styles, I'm still trying to figure out what works best for my body type, but I hope to eventually find my yellows and oranges again, because I kind of miss those colors in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that is my last project, is the unicorn in progress.
Okay, and I'm going to put this away because I already showed it.
I hope that she will be done by the next time. I hope, not you, my unicorn
Oh,
will be
right,
done by the next podcast. Well, needs to be done by the next podcast. I hope to have
Yeah.
a couple of donuts done.
You might see that that's all she does this week.
Oh, it's
because-
definitely going to be, unless, no, it is going to be all, because,
Yeah, 'cause-
well, you'll see this, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm working on now.
Yeah, but essentially that's what it's kind of like when I was doing the blanket for the wedding. This is a very short turnaround.
And I have figured out that I can crochet while reading.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She has, half of this one going up? They have to finish about half of it?
approximately
So she has half of that one, and then she has 3 more?
something like that. Now, the other ones that I'm looking at,
2 more.
well, I have to do at least 3 more, because
No, because there's 6 of us.
we need the pig,
Right, but there's
the
6
dog, and the cat. Davina and Dad.
Right, Davina and Dad, that's 2 more. And
then
yeah, that's 4. So that's 4 altogether.
Oh, yeah, 4 altogether, yes.
So our 2...
3.5.
Our 2, yeah. Our 2 are not our two, but
Yeah.
ours,
Now,
are a little more iffy.
the bunny is only 1 donut in difficulty. The owl is 2. So
Show
neither
me
of
the owl.
those.
Show me the owl. I think that's adorable.
I think they only add other donuts if there's more sewing, because the bunny has a lot less sewing, and I'm not going to do the flowers in her ear. I would prefer not to, but I think some of the other one, I want to say the pig is really simple. I love this duck. No, I am going to knit the sheep eventually.
It's cute.
I don't know why I said no. Knit. I mean,
It looks like somebody
crochet.
put a hole in his head. Poor little thing.
I'm going to crochet the
Zebra.
zebra,
Oh, the zebra's
eventually. That's a 3 donuts, but I'm trying to find. I'm going to eventually make
I
all
bet
of
if you
these.
I bet if you made that a horse, it would go down to a 2. I think it's the stripes that are.
You're probably
Yeah.
right, and there is a horse in here. I'm just trying to find the. I know the pig is close.
What's the duck? Let me see the duck. We used to love ducks.
Oh, she wouldn't want one now.
No, probably not, because baby.
She doesn't like them anymore.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's 1 donut, but I'm trying. I know that there is farther along are the dogs and the cats, and the dog will be for Dad, because I couldn't figure out what else Dad would want on his.
A splat cat.
Not a donut. There's the dog. That's only 2 donuts, so that one will go pretty fast.
It's cute.
And then I'm sure the cat can't be any more than a. I'm not make the only one I will not
Why don't
make
you
on
just
here is
look
a
it up in
spider.
the-
Yeah, I want to make the stegosaurus at some
He's
point.
cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll make you the ladybug. Oh, there's the pig. I'll make. Oh, good. The pig's only 1 donut.
Oh, yeah, that'll go quick.
Yeah.
How many is the unicorn? 3?
The unicorn is. Oh, it's only 2. I don't know why I thought it was more. Maybe because the snake was at least 3.
A lot of pieces to that one.
Yeah, the snake was 3. But yeah, I'm sure the cat's not much more than the dog. But was that your last project?
Yes.
But you're gonna only see donuts for this month mostly.
And I'm not sure how much I'm going to have to show other than what I've done, because next week, this coming week, is probably going to be taken up a lot with cooking, because my parents can't come for Thanksgiving, so we're making a big birthday bash for my mom, whose birthday is the 29th.
Yeah.
And I guess that's not really, we're going to be cooking next week for the following week.
And that's where all these donuts come in. Now I do eventually, for autumn, want to do the turkey and the pumpkin.
I have a turkey already. I made a turkey.
Well, they can be friends.
I made a turkey already.
You did make a turkey already.
He's up there.
I mean, I know you made him. I just don't know. I
Right
can't
over there.
see him.
Well, he's got, cinnamon is falling over in front
Oh,
of him.
okay, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, he is hiding behind Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Cinnamon just wanted all the attention and didn't want to share.
Yeah.
Mom, you said you thought that the it would go down if it was the horses too.
Yeah.
The horse is cute too.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, yeah. I'll find the cat eventually. But yeah, so
Why
I'll
don't you
do
just look in the table of contents or in the back of the book.
that because that would be logical. I'll do that in a second. I like that sheep. I think the highest level I've done has been the 3 because the
can't
Triceratops was 3.
I can't imagine it would be too much higher.
Well, they have
Is this
up
it?
to 5 donuts. No, that's a hamster.
Okay. Oh, look at the snail!
I know.
I
isn't
want
it?
one of those.
I'll make you one of those at some point.
Look at him! Isn't he cute? She cute.
Yeah, we will have all of these except the spider at some point. I will not make that spider.
You would have freaked out. It's a good thing you didn't use the bathroom over at the hairdresser. I went into the bathroom and I saw, they had it all decked out for Halloween, and there's plastic, realistic looking cockroaches on the walls and stuff.
Why?
And then I said, okay, I know they're there. I looked down at the base of the toilet and I went, ugh! And then I went to wash my hands. There's another one by the faucet. I'm like, ugh! I said, I am not going into that bathroom again until you clean that up. I said, they had a lady, the ladies they were talking to there yesterday, they said, she wouldn't go in there until she took them all off. She said, I'm not going in there. I know they're not real. I'm not going in there. So she had to go in. So she goes in, she takes them out. Before she can put them back in, they bought new ones that were more realistic because they thought somebody had stolen them.
Oh, no.
That's what I saw. I was like, oh, those are horrible.
Well, I thought it was great that our hairdresser was like,
No,
those nasty ones, scary ones
Yeah.
don't go in my area.
Mm-mm.
Here's the kitty. I actually did have to look her up. So,
looks like a he.
I guess it could be a he.
Well, I guess I saw this as a bow tie, but I guess it's actually a collar.
It's a collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It is cute. So that's one that'll be on to Venus. But yeah, eventually all of these except the spider will be made. Now you have no FOs, correct?
No.
So I do have an FO to show. And you probably guessed it is
Is that a
my
bumblebee?
snake. Where?
How is that a donut?
This is a toucan.
Oh, it's a toucan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yoda. Baby Yoda.
And so here is my snake.
It turned out really well.
I believe he's a rattlesnake.
Yes.
There's his rattle, and he has the viper-shaped head. So
And
that's
the
the
forked
arrow-shaped
tongue.
head. And then so I gave him the viper eyes, which are the slit pupils versus the round ones that the non-poisonous snakes usually have. And the non-poisonous snakes usually tend to have a more round facial structure. Now the viper structure is not as obvious as it could be, but it is there. So yeah, this is my cute little snake, and this will be this or the Triceratops will be what's on my plate if I start running low on donuts. But yeah, that is. They are really cute, aren't they?
They are.
Dad really likes them.
Oh, Daddy likes toys.
They're
cute.
He like.
He likes the fact that, oh, this was adorable. This tiger reminds me of my Daniel Striped tiger.
Yes, yes. Every time I look at him, he's adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I'm working on a. I've been working on the same shop, the same design for a while, so I worked on that.
And I didn't work on my design in progress this week, so you're not going to see my bag. All right, so that moves.
Do you have any shop news?
Not really, guys.
It's too busy right now.
It's just too busy. I'm hoping to get some yarn. Every time I say I'm hoping to get some yarn, something comes up. Like this past weekend, we had the ministry fair, and it's a 3-week thing. And my part of the fair, the things that do like prayer related stuff, was this past weekend. So I was there almost all day Sunday, and Saturday. What did we do Saturday? Mm-hmm. I don't know what we did Saturday, but we were busy. And then it's just like, I just can't seem, I'm still trying to find the time. I don't want to have to close my shop. So,
well, I mean, right now you have physical therapy, which does take extra time.
And I've been really tired. So I don't know why I'm tired. But I just went to the doctor. I'm fine. I just have to figure out what's going on so I can stay away from the computer.
Well, you have chronic pain from a couple different conditions.
And
so pain will make you more tired.
Well, it wakes me up repeatedly.
Low blood pressure will make you more tired. And, I mean, a lot of chronic conditions have the side effect of fatigue. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, it could well just be that.
And my husband's very much, if you're tired, take a nap.
Yes,
go upstairs
he is.
and go to sleep. So
yes, he is.
I'm like, but I have to do, no, go take a nap. So he's really good about, he makes sure that I get the sleep I need and stuff like that. He, very much wants to make sure that everything's okay, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Stash enhancements?
Yes, let's do our together.
Okay, I picked this up. This is for next year. It's called Every Sacred Sunday, and it's a mass journal for every Sunday and holy day of obligation. So it doesn't include the daily readings, the Sunday and the holy days of obligation, which are days that Catholics have to go to mass other than Sundays.
Yeah, because there is the option of going every day for people who are not familiar. We have daily mass available.
Yes. So this is for the Sundays and the holy days of obligation, and you can use it throughout the week to prepare, or use it the day before, or you can use it after. You can do it during the mass because it has all the readings for the Sunday or the holy day. They came in this really nice bag. Now it came in a green and a tan. I wanted the green, but I figured that.
And I did offer to take the tan.
You did, and I just figured, okay, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. So this is what came with it. Is the artwork is all original for one of the ladies. There are two ladies who started Sacred Sunday. I think they said 10 years ago or something, or 8 years ago, something like 7 years ago. And one lady does the artwork, and the other one does like logistics and all that kind of stuff. And they both do, I guess, the whatever it is inside. I haven't looked at it really closely yet.
This is a sticker.
Yes, we have a sticker.
I think it's the same one.
Yeah, it is. And then there's this really pretty holy card. It says, This is my beloved son, listen to him. Because this, every single Sunday, I think this time's called Listen to Him. That's the theme. And then,
It's a really nice quality feeling book.
yeah, it is. This is the card, and there's on the back of it, there's we already are involved with Hallow, the app Hallow, which has all kinds of prayer type
Mom,
things.
they'll be able to scan that if you do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This, all right. So this
Phones will track QR codes.
all right, there. So there you go. You can see that this is the card is it has a 3-month freebie for Hallow. Although if they did it and I have it,
Yeah.
and I already have Hallow. So the thing is that if more than one person uses it,
Yeah.
Do you think they would allow more than one person? I mean, if one person uses it.
Well, I'm sure it's the same QR code for everyone who gets the book.
You think so?
I'm sure it is.
Okay, and then here is this talks about what it's all about. I've got my finger on the other
Okay.
code, so that's that. And the book is there's 2 different covers. I was hoping that the color was different, but not the cover. The covers are different as well. So you can see mine is the tan, and Ty's is the green.
Yeah. It comes with a nice ribbon.
And the ribbon, and it's got like prayers in the front, and prayers in the back as well.
Oh, I didn't see the ones in the back. Very nice.
These are mass prayers and common prayers and things like that. Act of spiritual communion. This, I'm trying to show you a day that's. This has long readings. I'm trying to show them one that has a
Oh,
short.
this one's nice. I don't know why they call it S prayer.
Every sacred Sunday prayer.
Oh, okay.
This is the first year we've done this. We're going to try it. I thought, if I can just, get an idea and maybe do it on my own. No, I will be getting this. If it works out the way I think it is, I will be getting this every year. It's a little pricey, but I think it's going to be worth it.
I am just going to read this because I was not familiar with this prayer. It's very short, and I think a lot of people might like this. So it's every sacred Sunday prayer. Start with eyes closed and 7 slow, deep breaths. I'd probably go to sleep.
Mhm.
Holy God, I lay before you this time that I may come to know more deeply your love for me as I am. Father God, I rest in your arms, bringing you my joys and my broken pieces. Holy Jesus, I lay before you my worldly troubles, that I may open my eyes to the beauty of creation. As your disciple, I sit at your feet, learning from your words. Holy Spirit, I lay before you my breath, that I may breathe in peace, and breathe out tension, that I may breathe in comfort, and breathe out grief, that I may breathe in trust, and breathe out worry. Walk with me, Lord, and help me to walk with you, today and always.
Pretty.
Amen.
So
I've never heard that.
It's an
It's
ESS.
really pretty.
I think one of them wrote it. That's why it's called an ESS prayer.
It's really lovely.
And this, and this is what
I might have to write that in my prayer in my religious journal because I really like that.
Now, this is what you can see the readings. Okay, this is just a random Sunday reading. And then the 3 readings. We have 3 readings. We have, on Sundays and Holiness Obligation, we have a first reading, a psalm, a second reading, and a gospel.
The first reading is usually from the Old Testament.
Sometimes it's from the New.
Sometimes
but
it's from the New, but a lot of time, most
most of the time-
commonly it's from
most
the
com-
Old
yeah.
Testament.
And then the psalms are usually what we have for the responsorial psalm is usually a psalm, although it can occasionally be something else.
Usually it's a psalm. though.
Yeah. And then we have the gospel.
the second reading-
Second reading is from the letters, like St. Paul or Peter or whatever.
Yes.
And then we have the gospel, which is from Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John.
And they try to tie them all in, and if you go to
Paul never ties in.
Paul never ties in.
He
yeah.
rarely ties in.
But they try. By the time you get to the end of 3 years, you've hit the whole cycle.
Almost, you hit the whole cycle, but there are a few things that don't get in the cycle. That's why we encourage people to read the Bible. But anyway, before
You do get most of the
I
Bible.
got
in.
sidetracked here, and then here's where you either take your notes. You can read ahead of time and take notes. You can take notes during the sermon or homily, or you can wait till you get home and take notes after rereading it and remember what was mass and reading,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And
The pages are very nice. They feel lovely. The book itself feels nice.
it has
It
original.
just got a really.
It
It
has
just feels nice.
it has original artwork. Let me say just
Oh yeah,
here's one. Here's
it makes me think of Lord of the Rings esque artwork.
Lord, that's one of the pages, and then it's just
Look at
really,
that.
It's really nicely done, and it's color coded for the
Oh, I
seasons.
didn't notice that.
We have seasons of the year in the church here. Look at this. It's winter.
Oh,
Isn't
is
that pretty?
that's one? I think that's the one I just showed.
Oh, is it?
Here's another one. It really does make me think of Tolkien's artwork.
It's very, very much of a quality book. It's very much of a quality book. And I'm impressed. I didn't think I would want to go back to it, but if it works out the way I think it is, this will probably be the only Bible journal I buy in terms of actual, I have my notebook that I take notes and stuff, but this is probably
The
how
only like official one when they already have something set up for
So I
you.
used to get something called 365 Days with the Lord, but I think this might be better for me because...
Well, this is simpler. A lot of times the other ones you've let me see are either they just don't work for my brain, or they...
Well, there's not enough room to do reflection.
Yeah.
And this one, like, this is the end of this particular season, and it has this place here to do ordinary time reflection. This season I was grateful for. A theme for me I noticed this season was, I felt the Lord's presence when, and I felt unrest when. And as I consider the next liturgical season, I'll pray that. So they have this reflection at the end of each liturgical season, these color-coded seasons.
Now, at the end of each Sunday, they'll have Scripture Speak. So what that the
I
reading
showed that, yeah.
did you okay?
Yeah, but I didn't say what it was.
That what the scripture said to you, then the weekly intentions, and then your personal notes. And at the bottom it says "Go forth." So I guess whatever you plan for the coming week.
Right, or you can have, sometimes the priest will say, "Go forth and do this," and you might put that there.
Okay.
You have here, and you have a space to write down, like, say a verse is what hit you. It's this verse.
Yeah.
You put that there, and then you put down, your intentions and all that Taya said. So this, I'm really happy with this.
This
It's
is
a
really
very
nice.
nice book.
And it doesn't start until December.
This says the liturgical year, so it starts in Advent. This starts December 3rd, I think, this year. Sometimes it'll start in November, because it's the first, I believe it's the first Sunday of Advent, it's the first Sunday after Thanksgiving.
I think you're right.
And we have a late,
It says December 3rd.
we have a late Advent this year. So,
Yes, it's December 3rd.
yeah. So I'm going to have to read the foreword and everything before we get started, 'cause
Yeah.
it's the first time I've done this. They have all kinds of things with this. I don't know if I want to get that involved, but
Although next time you might want to get the pens.
I tried to get the pens, and I left them in the cart because I wasn't sure I was going to do this. I wasn't sure she would want it, and so I waited. And I was waiting for the pre-order to drop, for the order to drop, and so I had the pens in there. I thought I'll buy it all together.
If
and
they
the pens
have
went away.
mugs in the future and we keep doing this, we need mugs.
Oh, Dad's gonna go. What do you need another mug for?
We
But-
always need another mug.
But it has here the verse of the year. So apparently there's a verse of the year in here.
Oh, well, that's cool.
And all the different mountains: Mount Sinai, Mount Ararat, Mount Tabor, Mount Eremos, Mount Carmel, Mount Zion, Mount of Olives, and Mount Calvary. So
Well, the cool thing is, if we note the verse of the year and we remember, we can try to, at the beginning of the liturgy, bring to mind again the verse of the year.
so that's probably more than you wanted to know about this, but we're
Yeah.
real excited about this one. So
I'm going to put this back in its nice little bag. I do like a book that feels nice.
this, it reminds me of the old-fashioned books. Like, if you see these books, well, I don't know if you can see them behind all the toys and animals and stuff, or it's too
Well,
high.
it's too high.
I have old books you find in rummage sales and stuff, and they're dated 1950 or 1940 or 1930.
Like my 1938.
Yeah, and it's got that kind of a cover. It's a cloth. It's a sturdy book, and I can't say enough about how pleased I am. At least at this point, the only thing I can say anything about is the craftsmanship.
Yeah, no, it's...
This bag, a lot of times the bags, when they give you a bag like this, is kind of cheap,
Yes.
This is not a cheap bag. It's a plain bag, but it's very well put together.
Now, I do have a few other things to quickly show.
Put this here.
I have a couple of stamps that came in. If I'm not done with the stamps coming in, I should almost be done. I think these are the last ones. Here's the Millennium Falcon. For whatever reason, they didn't have the picture on the back, so I did a very crude drawing of the Millennium Falcon on the back. There's
yeah.
nothing to write home about.
It'll do, Pig.
And then I have another one that says evidence. I have a different one that fades at the end a little bit and kind of like looks like it's angling. I guess as if the tape is off to the side a little bit. So here's a just plain evidence one that you might see on a envelope or something. They have some that I want to eventually get. They look like postcards you send in the mail, or there's a couple different kinds of things where it looked like something like that. It's just like, oh, that's cool. The recipe card, I think was one I mentioned to you, where you could actually stamp the recipe card,
Yeah, you did
fill
mention
it
that,
out, and cut it out if you wanted to. I had to figure out how to... Although I do stamp better if I do it not in the biggest stamp. Because I have a couple of really big ink things, and they don't... It's really hard to get the right amount.
Well, I noticed that a lot of times, you watch the videos, a lot of times they don't use the big stamps. They take the small one, they have the stamper upside down, and they just do this.
I think that's what I'm going to have to do in the future, because I don't... even though I had the big ones, and I'll try to make sure I use them, I don't like them as much. And eventually, I'm sure I'll use them, but eventually they'll probably dry up. But the last thing...
I wish Brittany would weigh in with some of the stuff. I know she's, Brittany, we are calling you out on the carpet. We want to hear from you regarding all this stuff that has to do with stamping and journaling and all that kind of stuff.
Some of my other bookmarks came in. This is me. Absolutely 100% me. Falling asleep on top of the books.
Oh, is that what? I thought it was a cat.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Here's
cute.
her ponytail,
Yes, yeah.
and
That's cute.
I have fallen asleep on books so many times. Nose in the book. Done that so many times. Oh, different nose in the book. Okay, 3 different noses in the books. And these are also kind of classier looking for maybe some of the books where they're a little bit more sophisticated.
Snobby.
Like this one is for like
I like that.
I should put that in my Victoria and
That's
Mr.
cute.
Brown book, don't you think?
That's really cute. I think this should go in the Bible. This is
I'd
really
be afraid if it damage the Bible pages, because a lot of times Bible pages are more delicate.
Yeah, I have in my Forgive Me, Father, for I'm Frustrated book, I have one of those in there.
Mm-hmm. And put that back in here. In this one, my gift ones haven't come in yet, but they are coming from Italy, and I have one other place that's overseas.
I've got a couple coming in from the Netherlands. I'm waiting for those. Oh, those are cute. Look at those.
My bunny ones, because I don't have any bunny ones.
They're so cute. They look like Peter Rabbit.
They do, and they're the same on either side, so I won't be able to do like I'm able to with some of my other ones, where I'll be able
You'll be able to figure it out.
I'll figure it out, yeah. That's the only thing different between these and some of the other ones that...
Just figure out which page,
Yeah. What I might do is on the top of this white one, maybe mark like a black thing to mark the back.
Yeah.
But I think they're adorable. They're absolutely precious. They do look like Peter Rabbit. They try to say Easter. These are not Easter.
They're Peter Rabbit.
I love the one in the teacup.
Yeah, it's adorable. The one in the basket's cute, too.
Yes, he is. Oops, sorry. Jesus, the church of our souls, please send the laborers into your harvest. And then the final thing, this is for my journal. Buying books is self-care, and self-care comes first.
Is that a sticker?
It's a sticker, so it's going in my journal. And a lot of times, what I'll try to do is I want 2 pages facing each other to be my spread for the starting a new book, because on one side I have the catalog card and where I draw the cover, and the other side I have the library card that I can take in and out and stamp, and then my rating of the book, and then of course whatever stamps or washi tape or whatever. And after that, in the next pages, I will write the review. Now say I write the review and I have an odd number of pages, so I don't have the 2 facing pages, then I can do things like this, or
That big stamper.
the big stamp with the bird and the teacup. Like, that's where my more random stamps will come in for that book, because I really want the 2 pages facing each other. But yes, I saw that. I'm like, yeah, this is really my self-care. But I do realize I have become picky, because I was looking at something and there was books that were going to cover like the history of comics. I was like, I'm not really that interested in picking up a book and just reading about that. At this point, it just doesn't really feel important. Maybe I'll change my mind later, but I was like, I'll read a comic every once in a while and review it because of the artwork or whatever, but I don't necessarily feel the need to go into the history of it like I might have in the past. But yeah, that should be it. I want to make sure they didn't, because sometimes they'll sneak a little bit something like that could be used in ephemera. Yeah, ephemera or whatever.
Which was on top there?
Thank you for your order.
I might be able to use for something.
Yeah, if you want to use it.
Well,
Good. Well, I don't have anything where I would do thank you for your order.
I don't know.
Oh wait, hang on, Mom. You like the papers and stuff for the background.
I like the sticker.
Yeah, you got a sticker. Let me give you all the papers and stuff. That sticker got torn. Do you want any of the stamps?
Oh, that might be interesting.
Here, let me take this out. If you want to run and
husband's
say
coming
hi to
home.
Dad,
That's
I will go ahead and find a safe place to put these so
I
you
will be
can
right
go. And I'll put your paper inside the envelope here. because her stuff is not as focused as mine in a certain way. No, okay, so this one I don't see her being able to use, so that's where I'll stick my bookmarks to keep them safe. Hang on, let me see if I can straighten out the stamp for her. It says thank you on it, and I can see her wanting to use that one. There we go. So there's thank you as well. Ooh, let me save this other thank you sticker for her too. Mom, I found a couple more stickers for you.
Okay.
They say thank you. Now, the sticky part might have gotten torn off, so you might still need to glue it.
That's fine.
So that's the part I think that you might want to cut the thank you out for that to use it for something. You know, like thank you God or whatever. Oopsie there. Because you're not going to use this plastic one.
Plastic? No.
So this is where I'll put my bookmarks so I don't lose them. There we go.
I had to put all my ephemera and stuff away, but now it's all over the place again.
Yeah, and try to make sure there's nothing on this. No, this one has nothing that you would. That's the one with my my sticker.
And next week you may see some ephemera and stuff coming in for me that I told you about the order where I saved $15 because of the stuff. They were having the Etsy thing. That hopefully will be coming in by Monday or Tuesday, whatever as we podcast. That's cute.
Yeah, I don't usually use Ghost, but he's kind of adorable. I'll let you have the bookmark.
Thank you.
But
I might use this as a...
That's what I figure. I was like, I want the little one, but you can have the bookmark.
Isn't that cute?
So that is adorable as ephemera. And I don't even like ghosts.
I don't either, but that's cute. He got a rock.
Yes.
Charlie Brown, the ghost.
Yes. So, okay, that's actually adorable. And that's from Likes and Candles is the name of that shop.
Likes?
Likes and Candles.
Oh, okay.
PR, where would that be?
Puerto Rico?
Okay, well, it might be from Puerto Rico then. Yeah. A lot of these really nice.
They're very artistic.
They're very artistic, and we have a lot of overseas ones from various different countries. I actually think this might be one of my first U.S. ones, the one that did, I think it's the bunnies that came from the U.S.
I have something coming in that's from Iowa. It's the first time in a long time that I've gotten something from the States.
Yeah, for whatever reason, a lot of these more artistic things, like the bookmarks, or the stuff for the journals, they seem to come from, they seem to come from overseas. I'm not sure if they just do more of that thing.
I don't know if the stuff I have on the computer that I print, I don't know if that comes from the States or not.
Right, because that would be, yeah.
Because I didn't get any, it came through the computer, so I don't know.
Right.
But, yeah, okay, so that takes care of that.
Yes, it does.
There's a whole lot else to talk about.
The only thing is if we did mention that we have a dental appointment, so we'll find out if I'm going to have the daytime guard like Mom or not.
Now, I thought I put in the thank you for these people, for everybody. I have...
Hold on, let me bring up my phone because I might be able to help you with that.
Yeah, I had... This doesn't look like I got everything in there. It looks like...
It's okay. I can see everybody. Okay, so... thank you, Pat.
And she's new.
Huh?
Pat was
just 23 minutes ago. Wendy MacGyver. Kara. Paula.
And Christina?
And Christina, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I missed Looney Hiker and I missed Wendy on here. I had put them down, but they're not here.
Oh, hang on. It looks like I missed a couple. No, I said Kara. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like I missed anyone else.
So, and I looked when I looked on the PHN site, I didn't see anybody on the site this time. So, if I missed you there, I apologize. We always appreciate the comments. We always read the comments. We try to get to them. I didn't get to them this time because of the week being so busy, but we do appreciate hearing from you. We always enjoy your comments and appreciate your support because some of you guys are just so sweet.
Yes.
Now, remember that we have just a few more weeks of the alongs for this year. We have
a few more weeks.
Yeah, a few more weeks. There's 12 weeks.
Oh, I guess you see. I think in months, and I'm like, don't rush it to weeks.
And I think because I'm already thinking on things I have to plan for the holidays.
You see, I'm sitting here like I'm enjoying Victober right now, and I don't want it to.
Well, I love.
And Victober.
I love autumn, but it starts.
It makes
even before even before we officially get into autumn, we hit September with my retreat and all that, and I'm off and running. It's like this, if things were running as normal like it used to, it would be the retreat, the fiber festival, and then you hit Halloween, Thanksgiving, Advent, Christmas, New Year, and it's all like a blur. So it's like I'm trying to kind of keep it slow, but slow it down. But that's why I said a few more weeks, because it just seems like
it seems to go fast. Now it'll seem that way more so for you than for me, simply because I'm not able to do as much as I used to. Even the reading, it doesn't require as much effort, not to mention it's usually at night when I'm not, because I've napped away the day, because that's when I'm most overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I almost forgot. I do have up on
I saw that. Yeah.
BookTube I put it on the PH and Instagram, but I do have up on BookTube the knitting edition of BookTube, and you will see this every once in a while, craft-related section of BookTube. And that's what I was talking about, casting on these special mitts that the author starts out her book of going through the history of England about she received this yarn and she was going to, it was like for a Christmas gift or something. She wanted to knit with this yarn while she's on her trip. I'm like, I'll start these mittens too, because she found it was a pattern that she saw in a museum, and the pattern got refigured out and put into a more digestible way, because they used to only be like recipes.
Oh, right, because it's more of a, this is what you do generally.
Yeah, exactly, because everyone knew whatever. But so they it's written up by it's historically knit. I can't remember what the magazine is.
You have the magazine, so I don't know.
Well, I actually had to find it. Let's see, hold on. It's called, and I know they made their Jane Austen version into they put them all together in one book. They haven't unfortunately done that for any of the others. Okay, so they're called Knitting Traditions. And some of the magazines are put into eras, like this is Civil War era, this is 30s, this is whatever. But, and they have within the magazine particular history information, like Knitting Traditions, How did Kitchener, and whatever.
Cool.
So, there aren't just magazines, as in like, they aren't just patterns, they are little books almost unto themselves. So those will be featured as well. But that's where one of the patterns came from. So I will be knitting that up with that. Probably, if it's simple enough, be knitting it while I'm talking, because I do that anyway.
Right.
But yeah, so that is my I told you guys I'd let you know when it was up. So that is up on my BookTube, which is Talia Nerds Out. Link in the bio.
I think that's it.
Why did I say bio? Link in the thing. Description, thank you. Bio is Instagram.
Yes. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure when the shop will be opening up again, but
well, it's open. It's
open. There's stuff in there, but I don't know when I'll put new stuff in. I do want to get started on that, but I have to just figure out my time a little bit better. In the meantime,
is there a way, and this might be absolutely crazy, where you were able to have like something cooking on the stove, but be like rinsing yarn? It really doesn't play well at all.
No, well, I've had stuff on the stove, but because the microwave is right above, I would prefer not to be doing.
Or if you have something in the oven, like you while this thing is
the oven might work.
Like while your yarn is soaking, you're prepping your food, and then
you have to be careful, because I use gloves when I do my stuff, and I would have to take the gloves on and off.
I would
risk contaminating.
Oh no, I imagine you would take the gloves on and off.
But then that would be a pain, because my hands still get wet. And putting on gloves when your hands are wet is a pain in the neck.
Oh, I know from personal experience.
Yeah, so it's just.
But I mean, while you're working, they would dry.
Not enough. It's just because the gloves are wet too.
Yeah.
If
Well, I know,
hands,
yeah.
if my hands are wet on the inside, then it stands to reason that the gloves are wet on the
Right.
inside.
Well-
and I can turn them inside out and do it that way.
Now, do you know how to take them off without getting anything on the outside on your hands?
Yeah.
Where you take the cup, pull it
Yeah.
up, and then grab it with this and pull it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know how to do that. I learned it during COVID.
Okay, yeah.
So that's that. It's just a matter of doing it. I just have to find the time and say, okay, instead of doing this, I have to do this. And that's one of the reasons why you're probably not going to see me a lot on the computer, because I think the computer eats up a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, among other things. But that's all we really have to say about that. We will be here again next week, God willing. So we want to wish you all a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, paper crafting, whatever it is, journaling, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 574, and that's a wrap.
Bye.